Hey there, so I am live. So, yesterday I made a video about authenticity, emotional honesty, what we call nowadays a lot vulnerability, and bringing in this interpretation of the Adam and Eve parable or symbol. And super ironic, I managed to talk about authenticity and emotional honesty without being authentic or emotionally available, which is so weird. But then I think it's also indicative that I touched on a topic that's really close to the bone. So I went into one of my self protective um, tendencies. Hi, Kendra. I'm talking about emotional honesty and authenticity, and I did a video on this yesterday. And I found that I realized afterwards when I watched it that I managed to talk about this topic without being authentic and present. And I think it's because it's so sensitive for me. And it reminded me, in thinking about it after the fact, it reminded me a lot about acting training and Meisner training in particular, which is the opposite of acting training. It's like authenticity training. And I used to, early on, learning how to like strip away my own tendencies and veils, I remember how I used to feel like my true self, like my true feeling vulnerable, emotional self was like underneath a well and like looking way far at a distance at everything that was happening, but I couldn't really engage. Ooh, I have all these Meisner people. This is perfect. Um, so yeah, I used to feel like my real self was like safe somewhere, very removed from what was really going on. And I was sort of projecting this android version of myself into the real world, which is such a strange phenomena, but I think it's very common. We all have ways that we try to protect ourselves from rejection or being hurt, and these reasons go back like childhood, like way far, like decisions that we made about how we were going to go through this life and be safe. But of course, the irony is that it's not safe at all because we're stopping ourselves from really living and living fully and hindering the opportunity to genuinely connect. So it's just really interesting that I manifested exactly what I was talking about in the video, which I have since removed. So we do that, I'm guessing, because, well, everything I just said, to protect ourselves from rejection and from being hurt. And that's what I explored a little bit. Hey Shaheen, I'm redoing my video from yesterday because I learned some things about the topic of emotional honesty. So, yeah, we're all deathly afraid of being hurt, and as I talked about in the video yesterday, and obviously I'm working on as a person, the more grounded and in touch we are with our God spark, with Source, the less afraid we need to be of rejection, because we're in touch with the fact that there is nothing that can be destroyed. What is it in A Course in Miracles? Nothing real can be destroyed and nothing unreal exists. Something like that. It's in the intro. If anyone knows A Course in Miracles, you can correct me. But I think it's nothing real can be threatened, nothing unreal